soon as I experienced my manic episode and spiritual awakening, I knew I needed to share my story. When I was told that I was bipolar, I thought to myself, two polarities, heaven and earth. And that's when I had a whole new understanding about mental health and spirituality. Mental health redefined means that we need to look at the way we treat and look at mental health challenges. Instead of looking at it as a curse, we get to look at the gifts that are associated. For example, when I was diagnosed with bipolar disorder, I realized that there was a strong connection with bipolar disorder and spirituality. When we first received Jordan's diagnosis, I thought it was a curse. I thought our lives would never be the same. And over time, I realized that the greater the curse, the greater the gift. And today, it's unbelievable to see that Jordan's gifts are really coming out and the darker side has been healed. Writing this book has been so healing for me. It gave me the opportunity to journal about what was going on with my inner child, and also working with Renata to do the exercises really helped me process my own emotions. Parenting our own inner child, that is what it's all about. First, we need to realize that we all have a hurt inner child inside. And then, and only then, could we start looking at ways to heal it. Writing Unconditional has been so healing for me, especially working on the exercises with Renata. It helped me process a lot of what was going on inside with me and my inner child. The hardest chapter for me to write was definitely in the beginning, when I was going back to the time when Jordan first was diagnosed. I remember the day like it was yesterday. We were in the psychiatrist's office. He had no personality. I referred to him as Dr. Blank. The reason why it was hard to write that chapter, because it's a moment in my life that I never wanted to remember. But in hindsight, it was important to write because I realized that it was triggering me. And when something triggers us, it's showing us that we have something to heal. So working on the book, Renata was asking me about a time that I was triggered by Jordan's behavior. And I said to her, only once, haha. And I was telling her when we were at the supermarket and he was having a meltdown, and I felt really embarrassed. I felt like that everybody was judging us or judging me. Then she guided me through the process, and I realized that as a little girl going through my own trauma, I felt that everyone was judging me, but in reality, no one was judging me. I was judging myself. Raising a child is hard enough. Raising a child with mental health challenges is even harder. You know when you're on the airplane and the stewardess says, put your oxygen mask on first before putting one on your child? It's the same thing with mental health. We have to make sure that we're taking care of our own emotions and our mental well-being before we can focus on our children. And what does that mean? Look inside, see when we're being triggered by our child, and do our work so that we can help ourselves, our family, and most importantly, our children. Mindful parenting starts with self-awareness. What do I mean by that? That means look at what's going on within ourselves. When are we being triggered by our child? What's causing it? And how can we heal that? As we work on that, our mental health starts to change and we become more self-aware. And by becoming more aware, we get to experience more joy and happiness in our lives. And who doesn't want that? And that's why we do the hard work. By sharing my story, I hope to inspire others to begin their healing journey. Though challenging, you are the best person to raise a child with mental health challenges. With mental health challenges, I want everybody to know that pain is inevitable, suffering is optional, and healing is possible. There are many misconceptions about mental health, but one of the biggest is treating it as a curse. When we could look at the gifts that come out of mental health, working on helping with the challenges, we can transform lives. It's important to stabilize the person, whether it's medication, therapy, and other tools. But we need to go to the next level. Holistic healing is so important. Working on healing the inner child is what it's really about. If we want to change the trajectory of mental health, we need to focus on the upstream approach. What do I mean by that? We start teaching kids in preschool how to identify emotions, how to communicate about them. Happy, healthy children leads to happy, healthy teens and happy, healthy adults. Throughout a person's life, I feel that it's very important that they explore therapy and even holistic healing modalities. In doing this, we get to uncover deeper emotions that are going on that a person might not even be aware of. And uncovering these will help them live a more happy and blissful life. A yummy nugget that I would love to share with the world is that our bodies are our subconscious minds. Whenever there's an ache and a pain, there's an underlying emotion that is dying to come out, even a toothache. What I always do whenever there's an ache and a pain in me or a family member or one of my clients, I Google, what is the spiritual meaning? And you could say of a broken finger, of a boo-boo on the big toe. It's unbelievable. Try it and you'll see.